Well, good evening, Arkansas. A very happy Monday to everybody out there around the state. And of course, we are having. It was a very nice weather day across the state. So a lot of sunshine, much warmer weather than what we saw when I spoke to y'all on Friday. But that will change as we head later on into this week. So basically, when I do the forecast, it gets colder. Cameron does the forecast. It gets warmer. So that trend continues to be the case as we go throughout the next several days. Again, it is November. It is fall. So those cold fronts tend to come through, and we are in a La Nina pattern. So we tend to see those cool downs, warm ups, cool downs, and warm ups. And that's basically the pattern that we are in right now. Of course, no rain on the radar this afternoon and this evening. So if you have any evening plans, it's going to be a great night for it. Just make sure you go out with a jacket, as temperatures are falling really fast. Again, of course, at 4:30 so, temperatures were in the 70s. We've already dropped down into the fifth 50s across much of the state. Of course, still coming in at 66 in Fort Smith and 66 up in Mountain Home, 61 in Harrison, and 63 down in Texarkana. But it's coming in at 54 in El Dorado already. Of course, 57 in Mena, 55 in Hot Springs, 59 in Pine Bluff, and of course 59 here in the capital city. So as you can see, those temperatures are falling fast, and with dry air in place and a clear sky overhead, we do expect those temperatures to fall once again overnight back down into the 30s and 40s across the state. So it's going to be a cold night again, but not as cold as we've seen over the past few days across the state. Overall, though, again, our nice fall weather does continue for the next couple of days. Most of Wednesday does look nice throughout the day, but those clouds will start to increase, and the moisture will definitely be increasing across the state, especially on Tuesday night and Wednesday, ahead of our next cold front that is going to bring rain and maybe a few storms as well, especially late Wednesday and into at least the morning hours on Thursday as that cold front comes through. And then of course that will move out, and it's going to be a cooler weekend ahead, and a dry one at that, with below average temperatures. So for you deer hunters, it's going to be absolutely fantastic with the 50s and 60s, and then of course those morning lows in the 30s across the state as we head into early next week. Really, our quiet weather pattern does continue heading into early next week, but there are signs again just beyond the 7-day period that we start to warm up a bit. Another cold front comes through, so on and so forth. The continuing pattern of cool down, warm ups, followed by cold fronts, rain showers, and then we cool back down again. This is not going to really help our drought in the long run, but any bit of rain helps to put at least a small dent in our ongoing drought. Now, speaking of our ongoing drought, again, not much rainfall is going to be seen with this front on Wednesday night and Thursday. Most areas are going to see half an inch or less of rain. Across parts of northwest and west central parts of the state, we could see on average of a half up to 1 inch of rain. Again, I'm not expecting much across the state. This is going to be a fairly fast-moving front and fast-moving area of rainfall. And most of the rain does look to be post-frontal, so we're going to have to watch that as well. Again, not expecting much at all. So with the moisture return limited, again, if we do see a little bit more moisture return than what's currently expected, obviously that could go up, but again, not expecting many changes in this. So it's not going to be a drought-busting rain, but at least it will help to lower some of those fire risks that we are starting to see. I have seen a report here and there of fires starting in mainly dry, grassy areas, because we have not seen much rain over the past couple of months. But again, this will only put a damper. Most of this will fall while you're asleep, so it shouldn't affect your day-to-day routine, except maybe for your morning commute on your Thursday. Now, of course, as we head throughout the next seven days across day north again, our warmest days of the week are going to be on Tuesday and Wednesday ahead of that cold front coming through on Wednesday night and Thursday. As I mentioned, most of the day on Wednesday does look great, but as we head into the overnight hours, rain and storms do become likely. But and then of course that rainfall lingers into your Thursday morning with cloudy skies remaining for the remainder of the day. Then, as we head into the upcoming weekend, 50s and 20s and 30s will be common across the northern part of the state. Plenty of sunshine, so great for you deer hunters on opening weekend. As we head down into the central part of the state again, 70s and 40s and 50s here. Again, not much rainfall to be seen until late Wednesday night, and then at least early on Thursday, would not be shocked to see a few lingering showers into the afternoon as well on Thursday afternoon. Again, temperatures will be steady on Thursday morning, and then will slowly fall throughout the afternoon into the evening hours. And then as we clear out on Thursday night, our lows bottom out around 40, and then plenty of sun heading into the upcoming weekend with highs in the 50s and lows in the 30s here as well. So again, a very nice weekend for any outdoor plans across the state. Then of course, as we head into the south, this will be our warmest area on Tuesday and Wednesday, highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s here. Again, as I mentioned, cold front comes through on Wednesday night and Thursday. Rain changes increase at least through midday on Thursday, and then we see a lessening trend with those temperatures gradually falling down into the 40s overnight, and then a very nice weekend on tap across the south as well, with highs in the 50s and 60s, and then of course lows in the 30s here. So overall, a pretty quiet weather pattern coming up with a small dent on Wednesday night and Thursday. And not expecting any severe weather at this time, as this is coming through overnight. Again, I say a strong storm could be seen, but for the most part, mostly a slow and steady rain for most of us across the state. Of course, if anything changes, you will be the first to know right here on your source for all things Arkansas weather.